Hey guys, just doing another build order here. We're gonna do the H2 quick H2 Mangudai Rush. So this is a strong build against I think France and HRE. Um, and I also think it's pretty good against Mongols as well. If they're not tower rushing you, and even if they are tower rushing you, trying to get that H2 as quickly as possible can be a pretty big boon if you can weather the tower rush. But I think those are the three civs that this is a really viable strat against. Delhi it can be as well, um, but it just really depends on what happens with them. So we'll get into it. We'll want to drop our TC close to there. Okay, so pretty bad micro there. So that first wood collection is really just to keep the unit's busy. It's not really necessary in terms of doing it. You can drop your TC and start collecting food immediately if you wish. So we've got 8 on to food now. We're going to send 2 on to gold. Let's bring our girl a little bit closer here. We haven't picked up any sheep. The center of the map here is usually a good spot to pick up sheep. Unfortunately, we haven't gotten any. There's one. There's another one. Okay, so he picked up all the sheep. Nice. It's okay. Still check out this area just in case. Let's go on to sheep again. Let's come over here. He might have scouted the rest of that side, so we're gonna come over down here. And then we'll head down. So, now that we've got, I think, enough villagers collecting food and gold, we're going to send our next villagers on to wood. And you can see here we got enough food to age up. We'll up the steer stones. We are going to age up with 4 guys. It's a good amount to age up with. It's going to be a good age up time. From here, I like to have 4 on the gold. And we'll pull 2 villagers down here to build. Villager onto food. Make sure our villager production stays constant here. And the reason we're going to pull 2 villagers because it builds that archery range a lot faster. That first Mangudai timing is pretty important. We do want to get the hotkey on there. Go. And we'll go up to around 6-7 villagers onto food or onto wood. There's a scout chilling. So we'll try to wrap down here. We'll probably get to our base in a good time to drop off the sheep. and then we can scout this bottom side. Actually, we might have enough time to come up here. Scout this backside real quick. It might be a little greedy, and it probably is. Now that these are built, we'll drop our archery range. After we drop this archery range, send these villagers on the wood. I have more than enough villagers on wood. We'll have 9 villagers on wood when that's said and done. We're gonna build this, and then I do want to drop a tower here to defend this. It's not necessarily necessary. I mean, it's not like 100% necessary that you do this, but it is important so you can deal with pressure in terms of you never know what you're going to be fighting in terms of pressure. So we're just dropping this to kind of simulate what you might be dealing with in game. You can then drop a pasture here if you want. It's not a bad decision. We're going to come over here, drop off this food. We're going to keep another set of Mangudai. We just need another turn in for food. There we go. That's a little bit of time there. We're going to put our Mangudai on 2 for now. So they're going to come up here and we'll send them to raiding. But you can see that with this double production, it's helping us crank out these units. We don't have enough stone at this point. Build another set of double produced Mangudai. And we barely have enough food to crank out a Mangudai. But we're pretty close to where we want to be. We will drop a blacksmith here. Too close to the TC. And so that's another thing too. Once you start cranking out these units, you will have to be a little bit more attentive in what you're doing. Our villagers will get up on food up to around 10, 15. From 10 to 15, sorry. Okay, get them off of here. Check out Blackstone. With this extra villager income, which are those guys. Let's send these guys on to 3. Okay, so our scout, our con is done there. Let's come up around here. Okay, we do have a close. So you can see with this build just kind of how we're dealing with the pressure. Okay, so he's got horsemen. We're gonna bring our we're gonna merge these two together, keep them off of there. Yeah, the key here is just to maintain unit production and just kind of constant damage going. Okay, nothing there. We'll bring our con over. We'll move this rally point. And so at this point, we have plenty of villagers on. Concerned to pump out archers. So the AI is actually not doing a bad job of playing how a player would do. Not a great job, not a perfect job by any means, but somewhat decent. Except for the bringing villagers to fight me. Okay, never mind. I guess it's working. So we're gonna group our two Mangudai groups here. It's gonna be nice. We are messing up a little bit there. So now that we also have around 10 villagers, we're gonna send a group out. More than 10 villagers on our food. And we have a safe amount that we can leave on the sheep. We'll send the rest out to go collect food. The deer out here. Also get our wheelbarrow upgrade, and here we're at 10 minutes. And if your opponent isn't like hard pushing to age up or fight you, or you know if they're hard pushing to castle and they're not committing to an age 2 kind of fight, you can just kind of you do want to avoid this fight here. It's a lot of archers. So you can look to start to aging up to age 2 here. Okay, there we go. You can see now that we're at the 10-minute mark. We have pretty much enough gold to age up. We have stopped producing our units here. It's nice if you can age up into knights, or you make a bunch of horsemen. Not that horsemen are bad. It's just a nicer transition. In terms of the amount of food we spent for even our unit committal here, how many units we committed, it actually would have been nicer to actually have spent a little bit less. Okay, and then we'll take these villagers that are on gold, send them on to here, bring our girl over, and then we'll take about half of these villagers that are on food, pull them over here. And then I do like to take, double check. Okay, we'll fight over here. I like to take some of these villagers. I don't know why it's so hard to select villagers when there's sheep around sometimes. Okay. So decent pick here. Not the best in the world. We do lose a good amount of Mangudai, but we trade out with his army. So, I mean, it's AI, so it's definitely not the best. What's pretty annoying is not being able to grab as many units as I'd like. Drop a couple more TCs, that'll produce Mangudai. And yeah, so these guys, we'll send them up to this gold mine. But you can see we're comfortably with a decent army at 12.5 minutes. And the big thing is if we can keep these alive and going, we're going to get our arrow defense before we get anything else. It's just going to be more effective for fighting basically this best counter against us. Here we're also going to pick up more villagers onto, and since we're fighting these archers, we're going to drop the defense arrow. It's a pretty strong, probably one of your strongest signal arrow abilities is the defense arrow. Okay, after you finish this, let's drop another Ubu up here. Okay, nothing to fight over here. Go. Oh, we got plenty of stuff going there. Let's drop these guys here. Drop our wood production. Over here, I want to get our gold production. Actually, I want to get a gold production before we get a wood production. We can get forestry to supplement. We can build a bunch of horsemen to kind of fight here for us. So that's basically the build. You guys kind of see where it goes from here. And oh, we are in Castle Age, so do drop your prayer tent. So that's something I definitely could have dropped earlier. You can also start spreading out on his stone, on his gold. You can start building a bunch of um, towers. So it's definitely something. Try not to neglect doing those things. And yeah, just try to keep good tabs on his base in terms of vision. And once you have enough, like you saw, we had a bunch of gold massed up. So that's when we can start building a lot more um, a good night mass there. So it's pretty important to keep that going as well. He's trading. The AI is wild. Okay. Over here, we do have a small group of horsemen. So let's just leave them over here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You guys kind of see what the build is. And the early presence. The big thing here is always just keeping production going with your buildings. Okay, fall back here. Um, we'll drop another tower up. Do double produce beast. If you're kind of behind, it's a really good thing to do. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So um, once these priests come out, so what I like to do is rally the priests to like, let's say like the farthest relic that I can see is over here. So they're gonna come out, send this one back to here after he picks it up, and this other one I'm gonna send over here to pick this up, and then shift click him back. And we can keep sending our Mangudai over here. Make sure your blacksmith's going. Make sure your TC's going. Make sure your stables are going. And that's pretty much it. I don't recommend going past this um, uh, into imp age too quickly. I do think it's a lot better to go first into your almost near pop cap. I think it's a lot more important to be very close to pop cap. So yeah, make sure you guys do that. Try to speed pop cap before you go up into imp age. It can be really greedy and not worth sometimes. Just a couple of small details, and yeah. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.